Burma coup resistance notes December 7, 2022. This is brazen state murder by a regime whose wanton cruelty is matched only by its bovine stupidity. Turnell, former economic advisor to Aung San Suu Kyi and prisoner of the regime for nearly 2 years. Today is the day the junta threatened to murder 7 Dagon University students who are part of a pro-democracy activist group, by hanging them in the Burma Army's Gulag, Insein Prison. Last July the junta hanged 4 democratically elected politicians and activists who were national figures, so no one doubts that it will murder these 7 students, and others to come. We are just awaiting word. Meanwhile, Burma's fair-weather friends in democratic countries are still aiding and abetting the illegal regime by refusing military aid to the organized armed resistance. By doing nothing, they are accomplices to the ongoing slaughter. Ethnic regions. The Karen army attacked 3 junta camps in Neutral district of Lake Papoon Township on Burmese maps yesterday, and captured the camp at Thu Ro Ta, the others are Mer Ka Ta and Lay To. 2 Karen soldiers were killed at Nya Ta Ko and 2 wounded. The Karen captured weapons and ammunition. At Thu Ro Ta, 13 junta troops were killed, a majority of the camp's strength, no word on whether others fled or were captured. The attack lasted 15 to 20 minutes. Thu Ro Ta is on the Salween River, which is the Thai border, and was one of the oldest junta camps in Neutral district and one of the last remaining junta camps on the river north of Myawaddy. It had a helicopter landing pad, so the junta can no longer fly there. Jets came and bombed Karen army positions and 2 civilian villages after the attacks. Karen PDFs killed 5 junta troops in a convoy on the Dawei Hatiki Road at Yambalu in Bait Tavoy district of Lake Tananthari region on Burmese maps on December 5. It was a security detail for a political visit by the junta's regional governor to a hydroelectric generating station in Mayata. 1 PDF soldier was wounded. In Kachin state, 80 junta troops seized 30 civilian hostages yesterday and confined them in a monastery in Morbom village to use as human shields and slave porters. The Kachin army then attacked, killing an unknown number of the troops and freeing the hostages. Then yesterday evening junta jets bombed and troops in Hpakan fired large-caliber mortars. Junta scorched earth village terrorism campaign. In Haticharing Township, junta troops burned down Konta and Ongtha Kone villages yesterday and today for reasons unknown. They also returned to Indane and Letha villages to burn whatever they hadn't burned last week. Terrorist troops burned down Mayanu village in Katha Township, Zagaring region yesterday. People's Defense Forces PDFs. In Zagaring region, a PDF soldier from the Kali battalion and another young man were seized by junta troops on December 4 while riding a motorcycle, and both were tortured to death in captivity. PDFs ambushed 200 junta Hati terrorists this morning in Inmati village of Pali Township, killing 8 and wounding a number of others. The battle lasted 40 minutes. There were no PDF casualties. Attacks on junta Hati terror gangs are an effort to protect villages from their wholesale destruction campaign. The Shongu Revolution Army PDF says that in the 12 months since its formation it has killed 129 Hati terrorists. In Myung Township yesterday junta Hati terrorists were burning Shwebantha village when they were confronted by PDF defenders using landmines and gunfire. 6 troops were killed and others wounded. The troops had burned some houses and killed livestock. After the terrorists were driven back, villagers with pumps and hoses saved most of the village from the fire. In Mandalay region, PDFs bombed a large truck carrying junta troops in Madaya Township yesterday, killing 3 troops and wounding more. After the roadside bomb exploded, PDF soldiers opened fire with rifles. Urban warfare. The junta is bulldozing another urban neighborhood, this time along the railroad tracks in South Dagon Township of Yangon. Residents have been ordered to simply leave. A former junta Navy sergeant was dragged away when he tried to defend his house against demolition. The bodies of the 13 Rohingya boys and men who were found dead and tortured on December 5 were cremated this morning by the junta in violation of Islamic law which requires burial on the day of death. A junta official had promised to release the bodies for burial by Rohingya community members, but he lied, and the junta burned them to conceal signs of torture. In Monawa, PDFs dropped drone bombs yesterday on the same junta checkpoint that they shot up the day before at the city gate on the Mandalay Road. In the first attack, 8 troops were killed, while yesterday 1 soldier died instantly with 3 others seriously wounded. The bombing is shown in a video.
forget subscribe, like, share.